Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ray, DIY Nation in the house. Guys, I got another installment for the BMW R1300 GS Adventure. You've been following my channel. You know I'm a proud owner of this bike, and I've been doing some cosmetic updates, I guess you can call it, on my bike, and I'm having fun doing it. You know about this channel, guys. This is guy stuff, even gal stuff. We're about how to DIY, backyard stuff, yard stuff, how home improvement stuff, whatever I'm into, even hunting stuff, truck stuff, you name it. Whatever I'm doing, I'm sharing that information with you guys out there. And I believe knowledge is power, sharing is caring, and it just makes it a better community. So again, this is all for my BMW riders out there, adventure bike riders out there. This video is for you. Do me a favor, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel. You guys visit the channel, you like the content, but you're not subscribing. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. And also like the video, share the video, hit all the buttons down below, the notifications, what have you. And most importantly, which I discovered, and I really never pushed it, if you like this content, you want me to bring more to you, you want to support my channel, please consider using I guess it's called a donation button, or some button down there that you just want to buy a brother a cup of coffee to say thank you for sharing my knowledge to you to make your life much easier. Please consider donating anything. I don't care what it is greatly appreciated, and all blessings come from God. That's what I said, okay? So if you got an amen, say amen. All right. So let me get off my soapbox. We're just going to get into this, guys. You know, I've been researching on doing an update on my bike. And now I'm going to show you a little screenshot. I'm putting auxiliary lights on my bike. We're just going to get into it, adding auxiliary lights. And guys, I think if you have this bike, you're going to want to watch this video. This video is going to be detailed, and it might be long. I don't know. I'm just starting to record it now. But I think it's very important, especially for the guys who don't know how to do it. So I like to simplify it, I guess, or show that information because it's important. If you don't know what you don't know, you want someone to show you how to do it and the pitfalls. All right, so I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly about it, and we're just going to keep it moving. Again, this is DIY Nation, raising the house. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit all the damn notification buttons, and we're just going to get into it. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're just going to get into it. All right, let me tell you what I'm doing. All right, I'm adding 3 sets of lights to my GSA here. Now, the first light I installed already, and I will put a link someplace in the description here, like a card or in the links, on the Lone Rider motorcycle lights. All right, as you can see, those are already installed. Now, nothing is hooked up. All right, right now I'm just getting them in place. So I end up picking up the Lone Rider. I decided to go with the D3 by Denali's on the crash bars, and for an extra bonus, I end up picking up some handlebar lights. Now, when I ordered my bike, this is the Endura package. And if you know about the Endura package, they take the handlebar lights and bring them down to the fenders. All right. And that's what I want, because at the time I thought, you know, why am I going to have lights up there? If the bike falls, it's going to break. BMW is going to look for the ching for a replacement. I said, nah, I don't want to do that. Give me the Endura package. Put the turner signals on the fenders so I don't have to worry about damage. But of course, a year later, we have a lot of aftermarket parts coming out to compete with BMW sticker price parts, I call it. And I decided, you know what? Let me go back and put those lights back in the handlebars. So as you can see now, I have some LEDs back in the handlebars. Again, giving me more light coverage, or, you know, when I'm going down the road, people can see me. So I end up putting those lights back in. Again, I will put affiliate links of everything I'm putting on my bike, and I will do a detailed list of the items that you need. And that's pretty much like the bulk of it for us DIY, is that you just don't know what you don't know. All right. And you don't want to buy unnecessary parts and waste money And this is what it's about. I'm just trying to show you the knowledge again. And this is to my particular bike, guys. So if you like what I'm showing you guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ask me some questions. I'll try to get back to you and try to answer those questions to the best of my ability. Okay? Because I'm pretty much going and learning as I go. And again, as I make mistakes, I will share those mistakes. When I have success, I'm going to share those success. It's just how it is. All right. And that's that. So as you can see, I have 3 sets: the handlebar lights, the long rider lights, and on the crash bar, the Denali lights. So 3 sets of lights are going on my bike, and it's just going to make it more safer as we go down the roads. Because we all know most of the time, motorcycle riders get in accidents because of people just pulling out in front of us. You know, that T-bone, that people coming out, we going straight ahead, they come from the left, they come to the right, and they just look past us and don't see us. So by adding enough lights, again, it just helps the other driver see us coming down the road. So this is what this is all about, and that's what I'm doing. So, okay, guys, now, as you can see, guys, I already got some of the lights already installed. Now, as a beginner, if you're gonna be doing this, my opinion, approach it, decide on what type of lights you want on your bike. All right, I'm going with the long rider. There's Denali's, there's Harbor Freight, there's Chinese man. Whatever you decide, figure out what lights you want on your bike. That's step 1. So again, I decided to go with the long rider and the Denali's. Now, and then I decided again up here to put additional LEDs. Now, these 2 lights I already put in. I already did videos. Go to those videos to see how it's put in, all right? I'm not gonna rehash it in this video because I already did it. Also, when it comes to your lights on this part here, you have to decide, do you have crash bars that's coming up? Do you want a bracket to hold your lights, your long rider, whatever you decide on, and you have to figure out how you're gonna mount it. I decided to go with a bike thing bracket. Again, check out that video. And then none of this is sponsored, guys. This is stuff I bought with my own money, with the support of your guys out there watching my videos. All right, so I decided to go with long rider. Again, look at that video. Very easy to do. So that's the first thing I did: install the bracket, put the lights on the bike, just to dry fit to see where everything's gonna be. Now, I just recently installed my Denali lights in the bottom. As you can see, I have the Ember lens. Now, when you order those, they're gonna come into a box, simple like this, and they're gonna already give you clear lenses, all right? They're gonna give you a regular lens, and then they're gonna give you a hybrid spot type of lens, all right, in clear. If you want, and here they are. This is the ones I took off of that one, and they give you like they call it a hybrid. It's a spot and flood all in one. But I wanted the Ember color, so you're gonna have to order that additional lens to change that color. So just keep that in mind. And also, when they send you this, you order it, they're gonna give you a pigtail plug to plug into whatever cable you decide to run, which we're gonna address that later. And the light itself. Now, when you get it, it's gonna come like this, well packed with the clear lens. I already changed it out for the Amber, and they're gonna give you the 1 piece of hardware. That's it. So you have to decide, how are you gonna mount your lights on your crash bar. Now, Denali has brackets that you can buy to mount it. With this combination, again, for you guys, if you decide to go with this, with the long rider already supply you with a bunch of hardware to mount their lights, all right? Being that I already bought a different bracket, I didn't have to use the mounts they supplied. You can use these brackets, which I did, for your Denali lights for your crash bar. So it just saves, you already have them, so you don't have to buy additional brackets. So that's a plus on this combination, which I didn't know that was going to work out that way. It just happened, and it did, and I'm appreciative of it. So if you go with this combination, if you buy the long rider, use their clamps for your other auxiliary lights. Save some money, of course. So as you can see, I already mounted it. Right now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna mount it on the side. Other side, again, DIY, just a little detail information for the first timers how to. So let's just get into this. Check out the other videos how I installed this bracket, and that's that. So once this is all in place, then we're gonna go to the next step on wiring. So again, consider like, subscribe, and let's just get into it. Okay guys, so we're gonna get into this now. As you can see, I already have the LEDs placed back into the handlebars. All right, again, check out that video on how I got that done. All right, that's a separate video. Okay guys, we're gonna install the lights here. Now this comes off. All you need is a T25, remove this screw, and over here, the big screw that holds this part here is a T50. Just take these, remove the two screws. Oops, reverse that back the other way. On getting the lights installed. Okay, that's simple. Once you have that taken off, let me see if I can show you guys. Okay guys, let me show you. Now all you have to do, again, you're gonna have to separate these two parts here. Once you separate, this will come right out, just like that. All right, these two ends. And that's it, they'll expose. Now you can take this off if you choose to, if you think you have a difficulty, but it's not needed. Just taking that out, it's just a little mode. All right, so let me get the light and we'll get the light installed here. Let me show you, stand by. Okay guys, I have the light right here. Now what you're gonna do, you're just gonna slip it in. Now take note, you see this little lip right here? That has to go behind this here. You can either try to push it in and it'll snap in, or you can loosen this screw here to help you out, just to give you some play. All right, what I'm gonna do, I did for the right hand side, I did take this all off, put the light in, then replace this back on. Right now, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna see if I can avoid by doing that. All I'm gonna do is just push it toward here till it snaps, and it's just gonna snap in here. Pretty much a plug and play. So all I'm doing, I'm just gonna put a little pressure behind here, push it forward, and I'm gonna hope it snap in. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna have to remove the screw. There you go. You see how I pushed it in by pushing some pressure behind here? It went underneath, so that's done. And now I'm just gonna snap it in. And that's it. So it's snapped in, very easy to do. Again, if you have a difficulty, you can loosen this screw here. I chose not to, because you don't have to, at least I didn't have to, I should say. And that's that. And now that light is installed. All right, so let me get this replaced and just reverse the order. Put it back on, throw some blue Loctite on your screw when you replace it, and you're done with the installation of the light itself. All right, so stand by, let me get this done. Okay guys, we're gonna get started. Now, before we start, I recommend guys, if you haven't done it in a while, especially if you take your bike off-road or have you, make sure you clean your location before you put your bike your clamps on. All right, so what I'm gonna be using, I ended up picking up this called Bug Slide. All right, it's a cleaner, polisher, and bug remover. It says with an attitude. This stuff does work. All right, so again, I'll put a link of this particular product in the description. All right, consider using that link. I do recommend, I keep this in my saddlebags on my bike, because again, we're driving around always in the elements. We're always getting hit with bugs, especially if you live in a high concentrated area with a lot of bugs flying. You know what I mean. All right, getting off all of that sap or stuff, and if you park your bike underneath a tree, stuff falls on it. Again, I'm about taking care of my stuff, so check out this stuff, check out the affiliate links on picking this up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use a little fiber cloth and just wipe down here just to get all the dirt off before I install my bracket. So once that's clean, you're satisfied, we're gonna go to the next step. Now, what I like about Long Rider, all right, when you get your accessory bag, that's gonna come in the box. It's gonna have everything, your clamps, your cables, everything is gonna be in this box. When you get your clamps, they're also gonna give you different size rubber spacers. So decide on which size you wanna use. I used it for other size, use one of these rubber spacers, and you're gonna wrap it around your crash bar, and then you're gonna mount this. And what the spacers does that I realized, it just helps cut down on that vibration being transferred to the light. So highly recommend use this and when you mount your bracket. So decide, they come in different thickness, and I got to look at the other side. I think I used the medium size, or maybe the thinner one to put up here. Again, just use the parts that you have, so you don't have to buy additional. It already comes with the long rider. All right, you're gonna take this apart, and what's the next thing? You're gonna have two parts. You're gonna have this, oops, this part, and just scratch my little thing, excuse me. This part goes around here, and this part here is gonna get mounted in front of this bolt, just like that, keeping it in place. Very sturdy. And the Denali, you're not gonna use their bolt. I didn't find it necessary. You're gonna use the long rider bolt, which is the black one right here for this part. So let me just get that start. And I recommend, if you do get the Ember lens, put the lens in first, all right, before you decide to mount. And next step, we're just gonna separate this, all right, because it's much easier to mount the mount without the light being attached to it. So let me just get set up, get my tools, and get it mounted here. So stand by. Okay guys, I got the rubber spacer up there, and I just put a little Scotch tape to hold it down so it doesn't unravel. I recommend also, guys, have some Loctite available. All right, you're gonna just take this off, and what you're gonna do, you're just gonna have this screw facing toward the front of the bike, because that's where you're gonna put the additional clamp. And it's very simple. Just get it up here like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite on my screws before I start it. Okay guys, I got it in. Now let me just give you a little tip, all right? You see this part here with a clamp and this your little plate here? Make sure you have a little gap. So what I did, I just used one of the washers from the clamps and slipped it up here to make sure I have just a little gap, so it has no water or debris collection in that area right there. That's it. So just use a little washer, make sure you have a little gap so it's not resting against this, because you don't want to keep on vibrating this and scratching. You know, accumulation, dirt and water, you want it to come down so it doesn't rest against your clamp or dislocation. And that's it, all right? Just snug it up. Don't over tighten it too much, but just snug it up here, because you're gonna have to eventually, when you get night, try to fine tune this when it comes to your lights. So just snug it up enough so the hose, it doesn't slip, and you know, don't get it too tight that you can't adjust it later on. All right, and that's that. So that's the first step. Now we're simply gonna remove this nut and mount the other clamp to this. So let me get that done. Okay, this is a number 12, I believe I have. So I'm gonna just remove this out of the way. And then you're gonna use the other clamp is gonna go right here like that. Now, just pay attention. You have another rubber washer. The rubber washer is gonna go between this clamp and this again, just to cut down on that vibration. So you're gonna put it just like that. We're gonna put this up in here like this, just like that. All right. Before I continue on, I'm just probably gonna put just a little bit of Loctite on this so I don't have to worry about it later. Now, you simply can take your Denali lights or whatever lights you decide to go with and mount this in, all right? Again, nothing's dialed in. It's just getting it all dry fitted so we can get our wiring started. Okay guys, I got it installed. Now, I want to give you a tip, all right? When you run your wire, pull this plate back, all right? It's 25 millimeter screws right here, easy. Make that loose, because what you want to do, you want your wire to go right down here behind your plate. So if the bike does go down, you don't want your wiring to get pinched. So use the crash bar to your advantage. Run that wire behind here, use some zip ties, keep it so it's not exposed. Come up, come around, and then you're gonna go up this direction, all right, back here, and we'll address the wiring once we get to that point, okay? So just a little tip for you guys, for your DIYers out there, right? So let me just get this buttoned up, come back, show the overall positions of my lights, and that'll be it for that part. Then we're gonna get into taking the bike apart and running the wires. And I'm gonna show you how much wire you need, what wire you need, and so on. So stay with me, like, subscribe, and we'll just keep it moving. Let's go. Hey guys, all right, thank you for staying with me with this. Listen, I decided to turn this whole series or this video into a three-part series, all right, on installing auxiliary lights to your BMW R1300 GS. Now, as you can see here, I still got all my parts on my floor in my house, and unfortunately, the weather started, it's real bad here, so I have to wait for better weather to prevail. And I'm realizing this video is pretty much getting long, so it's gonna be in three parts. The first part was already recorded. That's how to install the light bracket and the long wider lights on the bike. Check out that video. There will be a link in the description to that video. This part will be simply picking up installing lights, showing you how to install the handlebar lights and the D3s, the Denali D3s on the crash bar, and along with some other information, all right? This is for this series. I'm gonna end this one because again, it's getting kind of long to my liking. Part 3 will be this us taking apart the bike on the things I'm learning and giving you some tips and tricks how to get that done, and the wiring. All right, so 3 parts. I'll make a special playlist so you guys can just go straight to the playlist, pick whatever video that interests you, watch it, and what have you. So I hope you appreciate this. Please consider like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.